Hi all, welcome to Racsinfotech. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start and how to stop Oracle e-business suite application services. This is our day 2 video as part of our Oracle Apps DBA course. In day 1 video, I have posted in our YouTube channel. I'll give that video link in our this description as well. In this video description as well. Okay, let me give you the high level steps what we are going to discuss in this video. So in this video, we are going to see it. We are using Oracle Business Suite 12.2.12 version in a single node machine. What is mean by this single node machine and all we will I'll take another video. Clearly, I'll explain multi-node and single node differences and all. But in this video, now I'll explain you high level. Our database and application both together, if you are installing in a single machine, single computer, another name we call it as a single server, another name if you want to call a host, all together only one. Okay. Single node, if you install your database and the application services, both are running in a single node that we call it as a one node or single node machine. Okay. And these two, if you want to install your database and if you want to install your e-business suite application, what is required in a server operating system? Without this operating system, we cannot install anything. That is a basic funda. Leave it. So come to this session. So there is an order. We need to start and stop e-business suite applications. Okay. What is that order is? Here in this server, we have our database services and application services both are running. I'll show you how we need to check the database services are running and the application service is running. How we need to check, I'll show you that. So dependency is step 1 is our application sits on top of our database. Database is a base and the application is on top level. So if you want to connect your application, if somebody wants to connect to this application, at the time of DB is down, these application services will not work. And somebody trying to connect when the DB is up and running, but application service is down, users will not able to connect it. Okay. So there is a dependency, right? So this is a base. If the database is up and running, then we can able to start this application services because this application service needed backend, the database. Without the database, we cannot do anything on this application side. We cannot install, we cannot maintain, we cannot do anything. So whatever the data is, original data is going to store in your database. As part of our Oracle Apps DBA role, this is our role. We need to start and stop our e-business suite as and when we have any maintenance activities. First order is how we are going to shut down and then how we are going to start up. We will see in two parts. First part, I'm going to show you startup sequence. If you want to start your e-business suite application, first what we need to start, by this time you understand, DB should be up and running. And in the database, we have a service listener. This service we need to start. Until unless this listener is up and running, this application will not connect to this database. These two services, step 1 and step 2 done, then connect to this application service, then start the services. So step 1, database startup. Step 2, database listener is startup. Step 3, start up the application. And if you want to shut down, in reverse order, we need to come. Okay, in reverse order. First, you can stop the application. Second, you can stop the DB. Third, you can stop the listener, or else listener you can stop it here, DB listener, and the database you can stop it later. Okay, we can go with the actual like order: application, database listener, and the database. While you are starting up, start the database, then the database listener, then application. Very simple. Okay, I'll show you these things practically. Same thing, same commands. If you want to practice, I'll post those commands in my blog, Anjani Apps DBA blogspot. There you can able to see it. Okay, let me quickly explain current environment. Okay, even in interviews, few of them will ask you what is your current work environment. Okay, in this demo, I'm using single node. Okay, single node means in a single server, my database and application is installed. And we need to explain what is the database we are using? We are using Oracle 19c database. Okay, in this demo I'm using Oracle 19c database. Version is 19.18. Okay, and application version is R12.2.12. R12.2.12. How to find the application version? You can use this command. Okay, we can identify that. And operating system, we are using Linux operating system. Okay, Red Hat Enterprise Linux or Oracle Linux, you can say 7.9 we are using. This is our work environment. Okay, now coming to our this session, how to start the application sequence as we discussed, right? First, we need to connect it to the database server, and then we need to start the database services. Let me connect it to the server, physical server. This is our physical server where our application and databases are running. Okay, this command, by using this command, we can able to see it. Our database SID is up and running. It means SID is running means your database instance is running. So let me give you this. Here, make it check the database status by using this command. And same way, we need to check the application services also, right? I'll check that also. Check the application status. How we need to check? Simple, same command you can use TNS, where it is here. ps-ef pipegraph TNS, it will show you your application listener is up and running or not. Okay. This is your database one. Because database and application both running on the same machine, that's where we are going to use it. These two commands. Okay. This will tell you your application listener is running fine. So what we need to do is we need to start the application, right? The application is already started up. I'll show you how to stop first sequence. Okay. Now, first we need to connect to the application host order. First we need to stop application. Then we need to stop the database and then the database listener, vice versa. Okay. So if you want to stop your application listener is running, we need to set the environment first. And also we need to connect this listener, application listener is running using this Oracle user. Now I am connected with root user. Let me switch. Okay. Switch to Oracle user. Or else I'll take a new session and then we can do that. Okay. 192.168.0.27. Seeing some network issue, that's okay. We'll check. It may not allow us. Let me check this network. Okay. That is a network issue. I have connected to this database server and application. Both are running in the same server, ps-ef pipegraph S-mon. So my database is, instance is up and running. And if you want to check your application is running properly or not, you can see by using TNS. It is up, not yet came up. Only database system is showing. Application was not started up. We'll check that. So DB is showing okay. Now we need to set the environment. I'll take another tab. There we'll set. Okay. Duplicate session here. This I can use it for application. Set the color because a single node, right? Green is for application node, application services, and I'll put a blue for our database services. Okay. Now we need to set the DB environment. Set this. Now we have set that. Check what is the SID, Oracle underscore SID, and where is your home, Oracle home located. This is the basic sanity things. Okay, this is our Oracle home software where all the Oracle binaries will be sits. That's okay. Now connected to your SQL plus as DBA. So I have connected to my database. Check the database services. Select name comma open underscore mode from VE dollar database. This database is up and running. It is a multi-tenant architecture. Okay. Our e-business suite will support one pluggable database. It won't support like if some database is holding more than like one pluggable, it is not suitable for our e-business. E-business suite is nothing but our application will support only one PDB. Okay, only one PDB. Okay, database side is good. Now check the listener status. Listener is good. Okay. Then what we are going to achieve is we are going to stop the services. If you want to stop the application, first what we need to do, stop application we need to stop. But we are connected to the server and set the database environment. So don't do anything now. We have another session we took here. Check the application services from here with the TNS. Here it is. Application services running fine. Those are running. So we need to stop the application first. For application services also, you need to set the environment. This is our e-business suite environment setup file. And we have in EBS 12.2, we have a patch file system, run file system, dual file system. Okay. So we will have another video. So first we need to set the run file system. So I have given this .env means to execute the environmental file, and it is asking you whether you want to set the run file system or patch file system. Here R means run, P means patch. So I set R. R means run file system. Done. Now I'll go to admin scripts home. In this location, we have all startup and shutdown scripts. Okay, let me give you this in our blog so that you can go ahead and then use this. So application, set the environment. I'll give you the environment setup command here. Let me paste this. Yes, this one is to set the environment. See here, I'll put this as a different color so that you can understand that run file system. We set the run file system. We have to set run file system. It's a live. We are going to connect. Patch is only as and when you want to do some maintenance patching activity. At that time only we are going to use it. We'll discuss this in later sessions. Okay. There I'll explain you the more about the run file system, patch file system things. Okay. Now we need to stop the application services, right? I have connected to this environment I already set here. Now we need to start the application services. How to stop? Go to admin scripts home location, this location, cd, or you can use this command. Okay. Or you can use this. Both is same locations. Okay. And then use adstp dot sh script. adstp stop all sh space adstp all.sh. It will prompt you the apps username. Apps username is apps and the password I have given and the WebLogic password. Because we have web services running on this node on WebLogic server. So if you want to stop those, we need to provide the WebLogic password. Let me enter, done. This will prompt. Okay, let me give you this. All the log files, stop log files will be sit on that location here. This is the stop script. Let me give you on red. And these are all the inputs which we need to provide. Apps username and apps password and WebLogic password. Here, apps password. We need to give WebLogic password. WebLogic user password we need to give. Done. And it will take like a couple of minutes and then your application services is going to shut it down. See, all the services now admin server is connected and then it is going to stop the services. I'll explain in like slowly. Day two, this is a day two only, right? And I'll make it another video day three, day four, like that. Each and every component I'm going to, what is mean by this OYO core service, what will happen if it is not running, and where we can check. See, OYO core related log files will going to in this location. Okay. This we call it as a manager services, OA core, forms, OA forms, all together we call it as a manager server. These things will maintained by WebLogic server. In 12.1 or before 12.2, these services maintained by locally, okay, in 10.1.3 home, but from 12.2 onwards, we don't have a 10.1.3 home. It replaced by WebLogic server. I'll make it another thing. Let's okay. Form server is stopped. Okay, status 0 means it is stopping properly. Status 1 means it is not good. It is not properly. It is not done by the properly. Zero means it is good. And all the status like application listener, okay, everything is stopped. See here, all enabled services on this node has been stopped. AD stop all exists with exiting with status 0 means it's properly stopped. If you want to see the log file, see, I'll open it last 100 lines and let me take this snap because it will helpful as and when if you want to refer in future if you are going to practice it. Okay, it will helpful. Stop log file. Okay, done. Now I'll show you visually what exactly the log file holds. See, in the log file, we have enabled the node manager, it is stopped. Okay, and admin server, it is stopped. Application listener, it is stopped. Apache, stopped. OPMNL is stopped. And all these are the manager services. I told you, right? OA core forms, OAFM forms. This I have not enabled it. Okay, this is disabled. OAEA. Okay, this is for your single sign-on whenever you're going to use it. That is also disabled. Whatever we enabled, those are stop. Okay, these three services we have enabled. So these three stopped. So remaining things you don't need to worry about it. Disable means it is not, we have not enabled. So there is no status, right? Start and stop, it won't react. Whatever you have enabled, those under those web application services is nothing but these three. I'll explain in our another video because it's a huge rate. As part of architecture, I'll explain. So all the services stopped properly. That's where we are seeing status 0. So application services we have stopped. Now you can check the listener, application listener. Are we able to see it? No, right? No. So application listener is not running. It means our application services also. We can use AD other services also. We have WebLogic console also there. See, let me show you. This is our WebLogic console. It will not, you will not connect to this. It will say the site is not reachable or the page is not there, services is not there. And application login page, I'll show you. Here it is. See, generally, if application is up and running, we will see this kind of page. Let me refresh it. As of now, we have stopped it. This should not come. See, cannot reach this page because application is down. Refused this connection. Okay. Application is down. Now we need to stop the database. So for that, we need to connect it to another blue server where we have set the database in down. Here you can use connect it to database or else first you need to stop the listener. Okay. Check listener services. Listener services running. Use stop command. That's it. Okay. Let me give you this now and it will helpful. Listener, I have stopped it. Next what? Here. We'll do this first. This we can do second. Stop database listener services. Done. Now, next one is stop the database services. How we need to stop the database services? If you want, you can check the status. STATUS. See, no listener. Connection refused. It means your listener is not running. It means your listener. Control Z. I'll keep it here. Put it up. Come on. Let me adjust parallelly because few of them are asking me to the comments also. So these things will helpful for them as and when they are looking for. Okay, let me do this here. Why it is not taking completely? That's okay. I'll put this in the bottom. Next, we can stop the. There is something goes wrong. It's not good if I can keep these things. I don't like this part. That's okay. As and when if you want to do the copy paste from the server to here, it will throw the same thing. Let me do one thing. I'll post those things here in our notepad. Word. From here we can do it. Okay, we can take it. Then that will take properly, else it won't take it. Let me stop the database services next. Yeah, stop the application services. From here, I'll copy and paste in our. This is not required, right? Let me remove this by using this one. Stop the services. This will take properly. This will take it. That's okay. Next one is there is some issue here because of the snapshot which attached. Those are not taking properly. That's okay. Now here we need to stop the database services. End, enter. Let me show you. If you want to stop the database, you need to connect it to SQL prompt. If it is a rack, we can use srvctl command, but it is a non-rack. Okay. Connect to SQL place. Check the status. Select name, comma, open underscore mode from $, database. Okay. And it is a multi-tenant. First, we need to stop the pluggable database. Alta pluggable database. EBS DB close. Okay, two times. Alta plugga pluggable database EBS DB close. First, we need to do the pluggable database stop, and then you can use shut immediate. This will shut down your CDB. Okay, this is the order. When you want to start it up again, you need to do the proper steps. Else, it will throw an error. Let me shut down the database. This I can upload it here. Stop the PDB first using below command SQL prompt. Okay. Now I what again to alter pluggable database PDB EBSDB USING EBSDB close. Then use SQL plus shut immediate semicolon. This will stop your CDB database. Now I'll take this snapshot. Let me paste it here. So that concludes our database services has been shut it down. See here, this one clearly. Control Z. I can, as I said, right, we need to paste here, then take it. Still it is going. That's okay, no problem. Here we can paste. That is not taking. That's it. We can now we can do that. Start the e-business suite application. Now we saw the how we can shut it down the e-business suite application. This is the sequence. First we need to stop the application. Okay, application should be, you can use the AD stop all command from the admin scripts home. And then once the application is down, we need to stop the database listener by using lsnrctl and stop, or else you can use lsnrctl, this command also, lsnrctl stop listn listener underscore name, whatever the name it is there, you can use that. Else you can connect lsnrctl and stop. That's it. If you want to use stop, check the status. If you want to start, you can use any of this command. Oh, now we can see how to start the application services. So reverse order. Now what we followed, whenever you want to shut down, stop. What is the order? First application, then DB listener, then database. DB stopped. So if you want to start up, Same servers, right? First, we need to start the DB first, DB start first, then DB listener start, then connect it to application and start the application services. This is the order. Shutting down, this is the order. Okay, reverse order. That's it. Now I'll show you that how to start up database. Yeah, start the database services. Okay, you can use SQL plus as is DBA to connect it. It will connect it to your SQL prompt. Use startup command, START startup command. And listener, you can use lsnrctl status listen listener underscore name else lsnrctl use start. Okay, or status. That's it. Both the snapshots I'll give you. So I already connected to this database. Okay. Now, if you want to start up, use this SQL plus SDBA startup, and it is going to start the instance database. Okay. Because we have connected to the blue instance, it's already set the environment. And check the status of the DB. Select name comma open underscore mode from VDALA database. See, and check the pluggable database. Show PDBs. See, pluggable databases also. When you use the startup command, it is automatically startup. If it is not started up and it is showing mount, you can use alter pluggable database, alter pluggable database, EBS DB database name open. That's it. This is the command where we need to use it. But it's already there. You don't need to execute that command. Okay, let me give you the complete snapshot. This will start up your database. Then what we need to do? We need to start the listener, right? Database is started, exit, use lsnrctl, status, it is not up, use startup. Okay, start, START. That's it. And wait for a couple of seconds. Here it will show you the minutes and seconds. Then the status will come up. So this snapshot I'll give you how to start up. I'll give you the another status also. Snapshot. Okay. Let me check the status again. It is not up. See, 22 seconds. It may take around 40 to 60 seconds, 1 minute at least, to start up the services. Until this service, listener services is came up, okay, this application, we cannot able to connect it to our apps user. Okay. It will say, see here, listener does not currently know the service request. So from the application environment, if you want to connect it to database, your listener services should be come up. Even though you have started, here there is no services is showing. Just check it. Yes, now services came up within a minute. Okay. This EBS CDB and EBS this DB, this service is using our apps user to connect it. Let me use it again. Okay. Control C. Let me try. Now it will allow to connect your apps database. See here from application server, application environment, I could able to connect until unless your listener service is up and running, you cannot able to connect to your database. If it is not connected, you cannot able to start your application services. So that is important. That's where DB should be up and running and your listener should be up and running. Now, what is this? Services. It should take this snap, right? Why it is not taken? Okay. It's going up. Okay. That's not true. Here we need to paste. Yes. Now we need to start our application. So if you want to start your application, here we already set the environment here. If not, you can see here, I have, this will be there in your application file system location. I'll show you that. Okay. I have copied from there to here. Application is running under apps. Here, you can see here. This is my file system where my application software FS1 and FS2 run on patch file system configured. There my EBS environment will be there. So to go every time this location, that is not good, right? So if you want to create one soft link and then place in your local home or else copy normally. From here, you need to set the environment. Okay. Dot space env to set the application environment. We need to connect. If you want to start your application, you have to start from your run file system, not from the patch file system. So I need to choose R. Small r, capital R, anything is fine. Okay. So I'll use this. See, sourcing the run file system. It sourced. It means run file system has been sourced. Okay. Now, let me take this. We need to set this environment. We already set it. Now we need to start the application services. Start application service. Oh, different language. Set the env application environment. Then start the application services using ADSTRAL.sh script. I'll show you that. Okay, here. Environment set. Now we need to go to admin scripts home. Okay, this is a scripts location. All your startup and shutdown. This is a start all script. Use sh space script and it will prompt you apps username and apps password, WebLogic password. Why? Because web services we need to start it up. Let me take this snap and then we will start the services. I have entered the password. Okay. I have entered the password. Click it. Now, start all log file is located here. Okay. All the log files will sit in your INST tab. Okay. INST tab. If somebody will ask, we need to monitor this, how the sequence application is going to start. First, which service it is going to start. Okay. When you enter these credentials, it is going to connect JTF, some application, timeout related things. Okay. Java related thing. That's okay. I'll talk about this later. It's not that much of importance as of now. This is the first service it is going to start because it is going to use all these scripts. Okay, all these scripts that AD startal will use all these scripts and one by one it will pick automatically from this location. There is no new scripts. Okay, everything will all the scripts will be there in the same location. Okay, Java classes related Java related thing it is going to start. Then it is going to start your OPMN, okay, Oracle Process Monitor. This is important to start your remaining services. Once this OPMN is started, how you get to know this OPMN is started successfully? See here. OPMN CTL exit status 0 means it is started. Oracle Process Manager, it is started. Next, once that is done, it is going to start another script. Which one? Apache, APCTL. Apache is going to start. Apache also started. Okay. OPMN is managed. OPMN is managed. Oracle HTTPS services. So sequence OPMN, then Apache. Once that Apache is started up, it is going to start your node manager because your WebLogic services, all your OA core forms will be there in your WebLogic console. That's where node manager is required. Node manager started. After node manager is started up, see here, starting the node manager, it is up. And then timeouts, it's okay. These things we can negotiate it. Not if you can see any severe here, status 0, status 1, status 254, something like that, then we need to check. If status 0, it is okay, clear. Timeouts, okay. We can leave that part, not that much. And then once the node manager is up and running, application listener is going to start here. We have the database listener. We need to start manually, but application side, we no need to start all these things manually. Everything taken care by the AD start all scripts itself. Or else, if you want to start manually, you can do it. The same steps you can do it manually also. Listener started. Once the listener is up and running, and the CM services, concurrent manager related services starting. That is also done. Once the concurrent managers is done, big part is your admin server is started, WebLogic console. I'll show you that console and all the manager services also I'll show you. Once this manager server is up, see here, manager server is up. Sorry, admin, not the manager, WebLogic admin. This will start remaining services. See, till now, WebLogic admin is started. Now, your forms, your OA core, OAFM will be start. See here, Admin is started here. Now whence form server. This is a managed server. Okay. AD managed SRV CTL service. Okay. Form server. If the service is not up and running, you cannot launch your forms. Once the forms is done, OAFM. Okay. Oracle application frame, fusion middleware related components, it is going to support. OAFM is going to start. And then at last, it is going to start OA core, OA core, OA core services. This is also up. See, everything is clean up. Okay, all the services started up. If you want to see, we can see this log file, tail-100f. Show me the log. See here, node manager started, admin service started, listener started, Apache OPMN started, all the manager, three manager services started. Okay, this concurrent requests, concurrent managers started. This one is started, Java related thing. See here, server EBS DB apps. This is also one of the batch process services. Okay, that's it. So application is started within 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes. Let me give you this snap so that this one, why we need to this, we should have exit, complete log should be there, right? Okay, I need to give here this log I need to give. So your application services started successfully. And then I'll give you the log. Application services started successfully. How we get to know it is successful or not? By seeing this log file, all the services status. Here we can see how much time it took. Okay, all the services started. Now we need to do the sanity. Once that is done, then do the sanity checks. Post application started, need to do the sanity. What is mean by the sanity checks? Before you are going to release this instance with our business, functional, technical, and our business, we need to check whether application is accessible or not. Okay, those we call it as a sanity. First, click on this part. So you are able to get the login page. Okay, then if you're seeing this login page, you can say your application is up and running. This login page. Application login page. This is one thing. Then you need to log in with the sysadmin. This is an admin user where we can do all kind of admin activities. Okay. What is this saying? Not the sysadmin. Might be password. Okay. No worries. Sysadmin. If the sysadmin is unable to allow you in or it is not logged in, we can reset the password. If it is not allowed. Okay. It should. If not, we can reset it. Yes. This is our login page. Then if you want to see let me check system SOSTEM system administrator role. Here I want to submit one active user. Go to system administrator, not the administration. System administrator, concurrent request. Let me take the print. Okay. Okay. Here. Log in the page. Here you need to accept this form. Okay. Then we can proceed further. Let me take a snap of this. This is something Java related thing. That's okay. Security. Accept it. Then click on run. Form will open. Okay. This form. See, this is a form where we can submit a request. Active users. It means if the request is going cool successfully, the application is working fine. If you want to submit another request, no. One is fine. And then find the request. So it is pending normal. It should complete. Earlier, I have submitted one active user. It's completed normal. Likewise, it should complete normal because it's pending normal. It may take some time. Let it be. And I'll show you this part. What is this? Admin. Okay. WebLogic console, where our OA core service is managed by this WebLogic. WebLogic. Okay. Welcome one. The password. And then go to this. That's okay. Here we can see it. All our, see, form server is there, OA core is there, OAFM. Earlier in 12.1, this thing is not there. WebLogic is not there. We need to maintain everything in the application server itself. But here, we are managing these things in WebLogic. So that is done. Let me refresh this. Yes, active user is completed normal. If you want to see the output, click on the log. This is your active user output. So no completion options requested. It's completed successfully. There is no issue at all. Okay. This will conclude your sanity checks. And then you can release the instance now. Like we have maintenance activities done and the active user also it's submitted successfully. Yes. Now we can. That's it from this video. And in our next day 3, we are going to take another topic and then I'll share you that knowledge also. If it is useful, you can subscribe our channel for more upcoming videos without missing all those things. Okay. This is our Racsinfotech channel. And the text or if you want the commands, you can go through our Anjani Apps DBA blog and latest month, you can get those commands as well. And those who are from South India and they are in language Telugu, our course, Oracle DBA course is there in our Udemy. You can go and then take subscription if it is required. Okay, that is a local. And most of the things we have posted everything in our YouTube channel. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a good day.